Okay? How vulnerable is that? So, as part of the crowd, they didn't see things. Something is going on there. And I'm asking you to not be the crowd. What happened to the acquaintances of Jesus? They were not in the crowd. They were watching all this at a distance. At a distance. They are getting, in movie, a longer shot of this. They're looking at what? What are they looking for? To learn something from this. What is Jesus doing? Something very different is happening here. So, right before the crucifixion, I think there's a clue. Right before the crucifixion, Jesus said this to the women. Now, when Jesus says things to women, you pay attention. Okay, in the Bible, this is very Victoria going, yeah. Oh yes, when Jesus says things to women, pay attention. Okay? And what Jesus said, listen to this. Daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, but weep for yourself and for your children. For the days are surely coming when they will say, blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bore, and that breast that never nursed. That they will begin to say to the mountain, fall on us, and to the hills, cover us. For if they do this when the wood is green, what will happen when it is dry? Wow. What is Jesus saying here? What is the real issue? The religious leader of the times are saying the real issue is this guy thinks he is the king. He's planning an insurrection. Therefore, political folks, you should put him to death. That's what they say the real issue is. What is the real issue? What is the real issue here? They're not telling us. Okay? And what Jesus is telling us is, what this is really about for him is not about who gets to control, who gets to have power, okay, who's not going to lose power. Jesus said, I am doing this to say something. You need to step at a distance and see this. Okay? The question is, are you willing to raise up the next generation of children in a world like this? That's the question. Are you willing to raise a generation of children in a world such as the one that he was in? And what is about to happen to Jesus? In a world where religious leader and politician would do anything, including killing an innocent man. A man who simply say love one another. Okay? Take care of people, take care of the poor. Okay? Including killing someone like that. Are you willing to raise up the next generation in such a world? That's the key question. Are you? Not at that moment. Not at the moment when we know what is going to happen to Jesus. Look at that. Are you willing to raise up the next generation in a world like this? We have been involved in a lot of things this last week as a country. We've been dealing with the big thing that got passed last Sunday. You know what that is? The healthcare reform bill. Okay. What are they so I'm asking you, are you part of the crowd in that whole process? Or are you an acquaintance of Jesus? as you look at the healthcare reform stuff. What are they telling us are the real issue? They're telling us, well, this is really about raising your taxes. This is really about, while we're the ruling majority party, we have to get something done, or else we'll be perceived as weak. Some of them said, well, this is really about not angering the voters so that we get re-elected in November. So they're telling you all of this stuff. But what is the real issue? Are you part of the crowd that says, oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I agree with this. Or are you going to be an acquaintance of Jesus who look at this at a distance and say, what is the real issue here? With this thing that's passed, am I willing to raise the next generation of children in this country with this healthcare system that we have, and the new one that we have? What is the real issue here? Politicians and even religious leaders, which we have, will tell you, this is about this is about that. If you're a part of the crowd, you're going to get caught up in this. But as Christian folks, as acquaintances of Jesus, we need to stand back and look at this. Am I willing to raise the next generation of children in this world, in this country, that did this? If they did this when the wood is green, what will they do when it is dry? We have a taste of that with the finance reform, haven't we? Just think about it. So as we move forward as a country, we're going to be addressing all kinds of stuff. Climate change. Oh, we just signed a bill on nuclear arms reduction between Russia and US. Am I willing to raise the next generation of children with less nuclear arms in this world? You bet. That was a good one, I thought. How much attention are we paying to that compared to the other ones that we were dealing with? Think about this. Think about this. Now, there's one thing about getting depressed over all this. Jesus' depressing speech to the world. But there is hope. As Christian folk, there's hope. What did Jesus do after he was crucified, while he was still alive? Instead of cursing these people who accused him, wrongly, or if I'm going to get to heaven, I'm going to tell God to punish you all for doing this.